Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where your car looks like a Zeppelin crashed into a Volkswagen camper van. Pedestrians are confused, birds are terrified, and your passengers are gripping their seats, questioning their life choices. Now imagine it was actually meant to fly. Sounds like something Elon Musk would tweet at 3 a.m., right? But no, this was the brainchild of Richard Buckminster Fuller, a man so ahead of his time that even the future had trouble keeping up. Now, before we go full throttle into this story, if you love wild car designs and futuristic machines, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button. Alright, back to the madness. The Dymaxion wasn't just a car, it was an idea on wheels. Fuller envisioned it as part of a bigger transportation system that included flying cars. Unfortunately, gravity had other plans. Built in the 1930s, this three-wheeled marvel had front-wheel drive, a rear-mounted Ford V8 engine producing 85 horsepower, and rear steering. Yes, rear steering, because who needs stability when you can have pure chaos? Want to parallel park? Just spin in circles and hope you end up near the curb. This land torpedo was 18 feet, 5.5 meters long and could carry 11 passengers. Essentially the first ever carpool vehicle, or as I call it, a bus for people who trust their driver way too much. It was designed to be ridiculously aerodynamic, boasting an aluminum body and 1/8-inch thick aircraft glass windows. The result? A machine that could supposedly hit 128 miles per hour, 206 kilometers per hour, and a fuel efficiency of 36 miles per gallon, 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers, but was officially clocked at only 90 miles per hour, 145 kilometers per hour. Though, let's be honest, above 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, it probably felt like you were holding onto a roller coaster without a seatbelt. Now, I know what you're thinking. If it was so futuristic, why don't we see these things on the road today? Well, let's talk about that. In 1933, the first Dymaxion got into a high-profile crash that killed the driver and injured passengers on the way to the Chicago World Fair. The accident wasn't even its fault, a regular car swerved into it, but let's just say that when your car looks like a blimp on roller skates, people start pointing fingers. Investors panicked and production plans screeched to a halt. Despite the setbacks, Fuller managed to build two more. Henry Ford was even impressed, offering Fuller car parts at a 70% discount. But when Fuller's second daughter was injured in another Dymaxion accident, the project lost momentum. One prototype was lost to fire, another was abandoned and later restored, and the third spent its final days promoting the Allied cause in World War II before being scrapped in Kansas. A sad ending for a car that was supposed to take us into the future. But wait! Fast forward to today, and thanks to the legendary architect Norman Foster, the Dymaxion is back. Foster, a longtime fan and collaborator of Fuller, decided to resurrect the Dymaxion by building a fourth model using drawings and remaining parts. The result? A hand-beaten aluminum body sitting on a 1934 Ford Tudor sedan chassis painted in a striking racing green with a white roof. Just like the originals, it's rear-steered, meaning every turn is a leap of faith and every U-turn is a full-blown adventure. Now, would I drive this thing? Absolutely, but only if I had a chase car full of medics following me. Look, the Dymaxion was an idea ahead of its time, maybe too ahead, but it paved the way for experimental car design, proving that crazy concepts aren't always failures, they're just waiting for technology and common sense to catch up. So, was the Dymaxion car a revolutionary breakthrough or a rolling disaster? I'd say a little bit of both. But one thing's for sure, it's one of the most fascinating vehicles ever built.